Oh, I'm just sitting here not saying anything. Welcome to my live. Um, I hope that when people join, they don't see the playback, they see the live itself. But because when people join, um, they might see the playback, I might as well start talking. We're here to talk about, we're in the bus live from my schoolie. I should have put that in the title. Discussing SCOTUS and the SCOTUS in the White House and SCOTUS. SCOTUS and SCOTUS. The many SCOTUSes of SCOTUS. Hey, go frag yourself. Nice to see you, Leslie. Nice to see you. We're here to talk about the SCOTUS and the SCOTUS in Washington. The many SCOTUS. Hey! Yay, Schley. I'm glad you got to see it. We need to really talk about this controversial topic, and TikTok is just going to shut us down. Hi, Catherine Jones. Nice to see you. TikTok will just shut us down and tell us that it is none of that we can't talk about that. We're only supposed to talk about puppies and kittens and rainbows and unicorns. Only the adults are allowed to talk about the serious things. And it is a very fucking important topic. And I'm hoping that some rational adult will join my live and tell us that it's not so. That they won't be able to do what they're trying to do. No, I'm not waiting for a few more people. I'm going to talk. Oh God, are you kidding me? I really hate, there is nothing that I hate more than joining a live and having to watch 15 minutes of them waiting for other people. Or maybe I should. They can fast forward through the wait. We can wait for a few more. Okay, I'll give it I can't believe this is real life. I really can't believe this is real life. This is so scary, and we really need to talk about this shit. I mean, okay, so the video that I heard, the quote that I heard that first alarmed me. First of all, I've been alarmed about Trump since the very beginning, but the video that I heard that first alarmed me was some news guy, some famous news guy. I don't know them all by name very well at all, but some, I recognize his face, was talking to Steve Bannon, the most disgusting human being on the creature face of the earth. You know, Steve Bannon that spent time on Vladimir Putin's yacht. That Steve Bannon was talking to this reporter, and he was saying how the only vote that really counts is a vote that's certified. And the only vote that is certified is the vote that is made in the voting booth behind the closed curtain. So the way that it works is we get SCOTUS on our side, meaning we get the majority of the justices on our side. We swear in this new justice. And then we get SCOTUS to say that it's going to override any state governments, any state courts. SCOTUS said it's going to override state courts with respect to election laws. So that means that all it takes in every single state is for a Republican to file a complaint against the count. And they will take it to the Supreme Court immediately, and the Supreme Court will win. When that happens, when the Republicans get the states' ballots invalidated because they were mail-in, when that happens, then it will go to one vote per state. One vote per state will decide the election. There are more red states than blue. They say that they are going to invalidate mail-in votes. I wish. And today they took the first step towards being able to do that, because the Supreme Court just said it's going to hear all the cases of the states where there is an objection to the election. The Supreme Court just said they're going to hear all the states. And Steve Bannon said, 3 weeks ago, Steve Bannon told that reporter that it goes to a state-by-state vote and Trump wins the election. That's exactly what is going to happen. Steve Bannon told a reporter that, and why people aren't screaming it from the rooftops, I don't know. But the Supreme Court today just took the first damn step. Thank you, senators. The senators of our country just sold us out. You just watched our government fail us in the most terrifying way. And I wish somebody would join and tell me I'm wrong about this. This is scary as hell. This is what Joe Biden should be talking about. We need to vote, and we need to plan. We need to plan to march on Washington. The day that the Supreme Court votes to overturn our election, we need to make this election be the largest win any president has ever had in the history of our country. You're terrified, aren't you, Patrick? I'm terrified. This could end up very bloody. I don't see any way that it's not going to end up very bloody. Can you imagine people not going to the streets if he's allowed to do this? We need to have it be a landslide vote. It has to be a landslide. It has to be the biggest loss ever in the history of our country. If we let it happen, it sure will. It needs to be the biggest landslide. I mean, it's more than just a Republican being in office. It's the last time we'll have half-assed meaningful election in the history of our country. Our democracy is finished. Our democracy is absolutely finished if he wins this election. It doesn't appear. The only thing that we have a chance of doing is making it the biggest landslide election ever. SCOTUS is going to overturn any mail-in vote. SCOTUS is going to overturn any mail-in vote. And the states have told us all to vote by mail, that it's safe. And hi, to thine own self be true. Nice to see you, honey. Hi, Debbie. I don't know. I wish someone with a lot more political knowledge than I have would join and weigh in. I know someone with a lot more political knowledge, but he doesn't talk to me anymore, so I can't ask him. This has been their plan from the beginning. This has been their plan from the beginning. That's why they released the virus, so that we would vote by mail. That's why the virus was released. Not to kill us all, so that we would vote by mail. And we walked right into it. We sure did. We walked right into it. That has been their plan from the beginning, and we walked right into it. No, I think Russia is behind COVID, but I think the motivation behind COVID was to get us to vote by mail so they could invalidate the election. It was to get us to vote by mail so they can invalidate the election. That's what it. The virus was released on us so that we would vote by mail because they'd already researched all the laws and they knew that if they had a majority in the Supreme Court, they could invalidate the vote, the mail-in ballots. Hi, Kai Drew. They could invalidate the mail-in ballots and steal the election. It's not our president. He's not that smart. It's Vladimir Putin. He took us without ever firing a shot. He took us without ever firing a shot. And the dumbasses in the South are letting him do it. The dumbasses in the red states are letting him do it. And there will be a civil war. Trump will be, we will have a Trump dynasty. And people like me who have spoken out against him, I bet I'll go to jail. I'll go to prison. I will go to prison. I will go to prison for speaking out against him. I am sure of it. In a dictatorship, you don't get to speak freely about the dictator without paying a price. Vladimir Putin's critics get poisoned. Civil war will happen if the Supreme Court overturns our election. I don't see any choice but to have civil war. That's why I started doing this live. We really need to start planning for what we're going to do when he steals the election. We need to start planning what we're going to do. We need to start spreading the word that this is what's going to happen so we can start figuring out what we're going to do when he steals the election. We've got maybe 2 weeks or 2 months of freedom of speech left, and he will silence everybody like me. He will shut down every free speech forum. The second they steal the election, applications like YouTube people like me will be silenced forever. They will shut me down. I'm not scared. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to close my mouth. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it more and more and more. This is real. This is real. This is not a movie. This is not Hollywood. Will Smith isn't going to come out of the sky in a spaceship and save our asses. That's not going to happen. We're about to be silenced. Our voices are about to be silenced forever. The problem is that we are not divided by states. We're not divided by states, not really. We need to get ready to start guarding our democratic state borders. He's going to unleash the military on democratic states. Hi, I can't stand this BS. Hello there. Hello, Gardner. We walked right into it. We walked right into their plan. They released the virus that caused us to convert to vote by mail. Then Ruth Bader Ginsburg doesn't make it in the hospital. Trump gets the miracle cure for the virus. States tell us all to vote by mail that it's safe. And SCOTUS overrules all the state courts for election laws and invalidates the landslide loss. And then the states each get one vote. And there are more red states than there are blue states. So our democracy will be over. We will have dictatorship and anything other than war. We slept right into it. And our democratic leadership never saw it coming. The people with voices in this country never saw it coming. We've been asleep at the wheel. It's so scary. I wish someone with some knowledge about politics would join. Moving to Canada is not going to help us, Ganja. Trump is going to partnership with Putin. Canada's not safe. No place in the world is safe. Vladimir Putin just became a superpower. Vladimir Putin is about to become a superpower. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. You don't understand. The entire North American continent is going to be destabilized because Vladimir Putin becomes a superpower. He has control of the United States military and Russia's military. No, I don't think any place in the world would be safe. They have already successfully destabilized Europe with Brexit and by activating all of the racism in Europe. Russia, propaganda war, started all the racism in Europe and has destabilized it with Brexit and the European Union. Donald Trump is the last key in the puzzle. Donald Trump is the last key in the puzzle, and Republicans are selling us to Russia. He really is. I mean, I wish somebody join and tell me, somebody rational join and tell me that it's not true. How can Republicans let that be okay? How can Republicans think that this is okay? It's really terrifying. We need to get ready to we need to be ready to decide what's going to happen when the American military turns against us. What are we going to do when the American military turns against us? The comments on my posts on TikTok are things like, here's that karma you were talking about, bitch. Remember that karma you're talking about? Y'all are about to get that karma. Yay! There's no way Joe Biden can have a double-digit lead over Trump. He has rallies that are empty. How can he have a lead over Trump? You must be cheating. Biden rallies are empty. Trump's rallies are full. Biden rallies are empty. You must be cheating. We must use the Supreme Court to steal the election. You must be cheating. That's what his followers say on my videos on TikTok. They are about to start turning our troops against us. This is worse than any other time in our country's history. Our country is, I might as well choke on one of the grapes that I just got in the refrigerator. I voted. Now I'll keep a grape at the ready. I've always thought a grape would be the best way to go, Oh, yeah. Go look at my videos on TikTok. My recent ones today about what SCOTUS is doing. Go read the hateful comments coming in from Trump supporters on those TikTok videos. It is really scary. It really is. Oh, I've got frozen grapes in the refrigerator. You have family in the military? Our troops have turned against us. I am terrified. My life is falling apart in every sense of the word. The world is going to hell. My love life is hell. My real life is hell. Political world is hell. It's all hell. I'm sorry. Hi, Portia. Right, Robert? Thank you, Connor. You have family in the military? Thank you, Portia. Hell on earth. It's really scary. Hell on earth. The Proud Boys. January 20th at the inauguration will be the kickoff of civil unrest. Oh yeah, it really will. Oh, thank you, Portia. I'm glad you liked the interface. That's right. Hi, Tiny Rick from TikTok. I wish somebody would join that can tell me that they're not going to be able to steal the election. Another one? Another one? I'm so damn sad and scared. I'm terrified. Nobody can tell us. A bunch of people are leaving. Nobody can tell us. We need to start thinking about what we're going to do. Frozen grapes. Frozen grapes. It has to be like an undeniable landslide. How are they going to throw away all those mail-in ballots? How are they going to do that? How the fuck are they going to do that? Please vote blue. That's why he wants to invalidate mail-in ballots. Well, he's saying that absentee ballots are okay. Just the ones that are mail-in because of the pandemic don't count. So the states should start announcing that people that voted by mail can come down and vote in person. No. They're gonna count the votes. They're gonna say that because they came through the mail, they don't count. They're gonna say that because they came through the mail, they don't count. After states encouraged us to vote by mail, they're gonna say that because we voted by mail, they don't count. Putin figured this out. Putin figured this out 8 years ago. Vladimir Putin figured this out. Vladimir Putin figured this shit out when Obama wasn't allowed to appoint a Supreme Court justice during an election year. Vladimir Putin figured this shit out. This isn't Trump's idea. Trump hasn't smart enough. Trump and fucking Steve Bannon aren't smart enough to think this shit up. Are you kidding me? This is Vladimir Putin's big fucking plan. No, because they're still mail-in ballots, Portia. They are still mail-in ballots. Steve Bannon, please listen. Steve Bannon said it in that video that I shared. The only certified ballot is the one that you go in the room, close the curtain, and vote in person. That's why Trump told all of his followers to vote in person in Philadelphia. The only vote that the Supreme Court is going to count are the ones that are in person. State governments should wake the fuck up and tell people to vote in person, even if they already mailed their vote in. Trump has told us he's going to invalidate the election. This needs to go viral right fucking now. States can let us vote in person still. It's not too late to let us vote in person. Nobody's listening. And TikTok has me shadow banned. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. It's going to take 2 days for this to process. YouTube takes forever to put it up. I'll talk to you later. This is disgusting. It really is.